This is a hybrid customer acquisition system, and in the past 6 months, it helped me book over 1,000 B2B SaaS product demos into the funnel. In this video, I'll walk you through it step by step and show you how we applied it for one startup in the MarTech space. A hybrid customer acquisition system is the key to consistently getting leads into the funnel. That's because we diversify risks of not relying solely on one platform, and at the same time, we combine both inbound and outbound traffic. Here on the left, you may see some of the most common acquisition channels which we use, which are LinkedIn outbound, cold calling, and cold email. Keep in mind that all of these are outbound channels for us to get initial pack of leads into the funnel, which later convert into sales that bring us case studies. Then, once we have these case studies, we can go ahead and go to the second phase, where we're going to be using LinkedIn content marketing, SEO, in which we're going to be talking more about these case studies and how the product helped people achieve results. And this is going to get us even more leads, even more sales, and even more case studies. As you see, after we get initial pack of case studies and then we start getting traffic through this LinkedIn content, SEO, and ads, here you see the idea of retargeting. The concept is the following. Some people who are going to consume our SEO ads and LinkedIn content are not going to go and book a demo straight away. But we got a solution to that. That for those people who engage with our LinkedIn content, we can retarget them through LinkedIn outbound. And for those people who engage with our ads and get part in our LinkedIn group and get into our circle, we then can send out emails to them and get even more calls booked with them. And this is how we're combining multiple channels at the same time without having to wait for one to work and spending months sitting and looking at how emails are being warmed up and so on. As we're getting initial pack of case studies, we can then start closing the next customers much easier. Just because I see so many startups, they get initial couple sales and then they never use them in any marketing materials. We don't want to make such mistake. And for that reason, the moment we're getting initial sales from the funnel, we're turning them into our sales assets to be used in these other 3 inbound capture channels. Now, let me show you how this model can be applied in action. The most powerful thing about this system is that for B2B SaaS startups, it helps to get a ton of meetings in the fastest way possible, because you don't need to wait for backend limitations like warming up LinkedIn accounts or cold email domains and so on. As there is no need to wait for technical limitations, this helps to get results like the one we had with Brian, where we booked 23 product demos in the first 7 days of us working together. We started at 0 demos and no prior technical setup was ready at all. So here the Brian is sharing how he booked 23 meetings from LinkedIn after messaging 110 people and then sending a targeted email to them. That's exactly what I've been covering here with us retargeting people from LinkedIn content with then sending them messages and people engaging with our ads, us retargeting them with email. Then he's been booking a demo per day after posting on LinkedIn twice per day as well. And that's when we plugged in the LinkedIn content marketing in place, and this fueled it even further. So the way we achieved it was the following. We started posting sales assets from day one, addressing the pains of our ideal prospects. This exposed our posts to people who could potentially buy the product. The classical way would be to spend 14 days warming up the domains, then setting up LinkedIn campaigns and so on. But we approached it creatively because Brian was starting with a couple thousand connections in his LinkedIn network, and we knew that there would be some good prospects hidden there. We started posting sales assets from day one, addressing the pains of our ideal leads. This exposed our posts to people who can potentially buy our product. Each day, we would build a lead list of people engaging with our content, DM them, and run them through our 2-step qualification process so that then we can invite them to the call. During the same 7-day period, we ran a lead magnet campaign to leads in our existing connections, ran them through the same script, and got them on calls. As we weren't reliant on one channel and used results to get even more meetings, this got Brian 23 product demos in just his 7 first days of running this. While executing these steps, we were also preparing our cold email campaigns. And you can imagine what happened after we also added cold email systems, reaching 1,000 leads a day to these processes. Combining multiple acquisition channels and using both outbound and inbound in each is one of the fastest ways how a B2B SaaS startup can get tens of demos within just a couple of weeks. Or the other easier way to call it is creating a hybrid customer acquisition system. Again, you run the outbound messages. It gets you initial pack of leads. You get sales. Then you leverage these sales that you got to turn them into case studies. You use these case studies in your LinkedIn content, in your SEO, and in your ads. Then if people don't purchase right away, you retarget them in either of the channel that they came from. And as a result, it is getting you more leads, more sales, and even more case studies. And this is how I prefer to grow B2B SaaS startups. Thank you very much for watching. And in the comments, you can drop a link to your startup and I'll reply to how you can integrate such a system to grow your sales. Happy to answer everything and see you in the next video.